And we're about ready to get going, I think. Yeah, sure, why not? Coming in. We're coming in hot. Start recording. Here we go. And we're live. This is us. Welcome back to Dragons Keep TV. We're glad that you're here with us, and hopefully we have a good night tonight. Nobody should die tonight, so if they do, it is not my fault. Oh, let's fix Discord down here. Hang on a second. Jared, we lost you. Oh, I lost your video. No worries. And Sully, you can turn off your video if you want. Oh, no, I just lost Jared completely.
Don't be real.
You're on twice. Yeah.
Nice.
Your camera's on. We can get you from two angles. We can start making a 3D model of you.
Let's just start doing that.
I think that's necessary.
Yeah, absolutely.
We should do this. I don't know what it entails, but let's try it.
Get one of those scans.
Yeah.
Just start
I can
scanning
put
us all
white
in.
dots on your face. Right?
Oh,
cat
yeah,
dots.
that would be fun. I'll just sit down. Just start coming 2 hours early for makeup and everything.
All right. Okay, well, everything's looking good, and we're ready to get going. Hi, everybody. And we're back now. Welcome to Dragons Keep TV again with all of us here today. We're glad that you're here. We have with us Mark, Cameron, and Jared. We'll go around the room and just introduce yourselves. My name's Ryan. I'm the GM for this game and this session. And we've had guest players. We've been talking just barely about getting some guest DMs too sometime. So that might be fun too. But we are here in the basement of Dragon's Keep in Orem, and we're playing D&D tonight. So if you are interested in playing with us or just want to hang out and learn about D&D, then hit us up at dragonskeeptv@gmail.com. We really like the guests that we've had on so far. They've been really great, and love to get some more people in here too. So come join us. Check us out. Also, you can see our old episodes on YouTube. Just search for Dragons Keep TV and find us there. So as I said, my name's Ryan. I've been playing D&D since junior high, which was a long, long, long time ago for me. But we've got a wide range of people here. Let's start at the top. That's you, Mark.
Yeah, Mark. I'm playing Eddie, the trickster rogue or trickster cleric, and I've been playing D&D for a long time. Trickster clerics didn't exist back in the day, but I like this guy. He's a lot of fun, and I've had a great time doing this. So,
Yep. Yeah, we like Eddie.
yeah, he's fun.
We like that the trickster cleric is kind of the moral compass for the group sometimes. All right, Cameron, you're up.
Hi, I'm Cameron. My favorite color is like the sky, the color the sky gets when there's a bunch of clouds and it's like raining really lightly all day. And you can't see the sun, but it's like illuminated sheet of clouds just covering the sky. I think it's really pretty soft gray with like a little bit of like slate blue almost stirred in there. I'm playing Sully. He's a little forest gnome rogue. I love him, and he has a special place in my heart. Yeah, that's me.
That's awesome. I like that somehow this is also turning into some kind of dating service for Cameron. All right, Jared.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, he's coming into you. When we first started, you weren't sure that Kelvin was going to last for too long, but I'm glad you're liking him now. Good deal. Yep. And Jared's our local Pathfinder expert too, in case you ever are interested in that. He will tell you all about it. He came over and showed my boys how to play too, and that was a lot of fun.
Oh, that's cool.
It was kind of it was a nice flashback to 3rd edition, 3.5 edition.
Yeah.
It was fun.
It's fun.
Good stuff. But with cool new stories and stuff to explore. That was awesome. All right, so let's get into it. Today we have previously on Dragon's Keep TV. The last time we left, you guys had just defeated a zombie horde again, held them off, and were able to resolve the problem between Vaska and that was the young boy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, seemingly, we do not show. No, we don't know
that's
for
true.
sure.
We need to get that taken care of anyway.
Yeah, we got to double check, I think.
But you at least resolved the problem of him being hunted down by a lich necromancer
Yes.
by the name of Chagrak, who took his phylactery back from where he had...
And that's something we need to
Put it-
explore is why would he have given the phylactery to the boy?
Right.
And why did Agamond want that?
Oh, that's a good point. In my... Yeah, well, let's... we'll
That's what I say.
bring
We
him back up again.
These are questions I need to know.
Yep. He will be back. He's living... Yeah, Chagrak.
He was the necromancer.
Yep. I need to put him into our setting notes now too, I think. I'm not sure if I have yet. Notable figures. Oh yeah, he's in there now. So, we are chilling here. You've been making your way down from Paulwatch down to Hopestad. And, like I said, you just sent Chagrak off. He's upset, it seems like, about all the wasted resources that went into this, is what he was complaining about as he left. But left you all in one piece, which was nice. So, the rest of your trip after that, and you were helped out by Chen, our guest last time. Go check that out. Felipe played a great monk and
Yeah,
did an
the
awesome
astral,
job.
The astral self was
Yes,
a good monk.
it was really
a good
cool.
monk.
So if you want to see a cool monk build, check out last time's episode and see what Felipe did with that. That was really awesome. Okay, but we are moving on now. You leave him with your gratitude and head off into Hopestad, or up to Hopestad. Let me switch the view real quick on our map. So Hopestad is kind of it's kind of the Tibetan area of our world here in Acroa. And the city itself is on the steps of this really tall mountain called the Everlasting Peak. It's right here at the bottom of the lake. Well, I guess midway down the bottom of the lake. And is known for the monks that live up there on the steps, and being the end of the pilgrimage that a lot of people take coming all the way down from the Harbinger Hammer up in the canyon up here. They follow the path that the Silver Dragon took about 60 years ago as she traveled across the land learning about it and everything, and then ended up at the Everlasting Peak here in the south. So you get a lot of pilgrims coming through here on just journeys for knowledge and for self, and also just religious type journeys. And then you also have this big temple-based city called Hopestad. Hopestad was once run by, one of the early priests that lived there was a halfling man named Davrak Pureheart, or Davrak Peacebringer, who helped help broker peace between a lot of the people in this land when the orcs attacked. And this was several hundred years ago, And when he finally passed away, he ascended to some kind of demigodhood. And people still worship him as a spiritual guide or demigod of some kind. And so as you approach Hopestad, you see a lot of stone, really old stone statues to Davrak that kind of dot the trail as it winds back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, rising up about halfway, a third of the way up this mountain. One other thing you notice, and I don't know, have any of you, would you say that any of your characters have had reason to come down this way?
No, Eddie has not.
Kelvin? All right. Right, sure. Most of the people around here in this area are either halflings or dragonborn. The dragonborn all live down to the south mostly, and so they come up here fairly often. What's that?
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
I think he's most of the time doing
All right. Up to the west there, the northwest there. Okay. Cool. And so you see a lot of these travelers here. You also see it dotted with a lot of pilgrims. You pass them, or sometimes even they pass you as they're traveling along. And what's interesting to you is that a lot of them are flying kites that they've tied to the back of their wagons or that they're just pulling along. And I want you just to make an insight check, and we'll see if you guys notice anything special about these kites or if they stick out to you.
I will not. It's a 10.
A 10? All right.
Insight?
Yeah, insight.
9. And that's with a +4. So,
This is great. This is great. So you're traveling along. You're just enjoying yourself, looking at the sights and everything. And it's not until you get to the main city gates before you're finally hit with just what appears to be just a giant festival. Inside, there's people. Let me switch I never did switch the map over. Here we go. Just to give us some little atmosphere here. Oh, I need to go to that map. I always think it's funny in Roll20, like, I can switch the map, the players to something else, but then,
yeah.
like, I stay on the map that I was on. Like, no, I wanted to go over here.
With them. Nice.
And we'll just scroll this. All right. So as you come into the main gate of the city, which is this giant archway, big stone archway, you can see beyond it the peak of the mountain, up and beyond the city, and then you also see this giant, ironically, a giant halfling statue.
Hey, it's got to exist, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Double the height of a normal one. It's huge.
Oh, you know what? I need to check and make sure that we're getting your audio through here just fine. Say something else for me, Jared. To check and make sure that we're getting your audio through here just fine. Say something else for me. You guys are going to hear an echo for a second.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are going to hear an echo for a second. Oh, yeah, you're really quiet. Let me see if I can fix that. Oh, yeah, you're really quiet. Let me see if I can fix that. All right, go again.
Yep. Test. Calvin is the best.
All right, go again.
Yep. 1, 2,
Okay,
1,
that's
2.
better. Sorry about that, guys. I promise
Yeah.
Jared's been here. That's better now. Oh, yeah, ever try and just DM and run a bunch of technology at the same time? It's an experience.
Yeah, no,
We're going to get a producer in here. That's what we need.
there you go. Yeah.
That's what we have the budget for.
Uh-huh. Well,
Okay.
maybe we can find somebody who's like an intern at producing.
Yeah, get an
Just
intern.
get some experience.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Exactly. All right.
It can't be worse than half your attention, right?
No, exactly. All right, so you guys arrive, coming through the gates, big festival going on. You got the peak of the mountain just is visible directly underneath the archway of the gate, and down below that, and standing high above the city at, let's say, 60 feet tall instead of just 6 feet tall, giant statue of a halfling monk. He's got a staff, and he's got his hand out, in a nice pose that's very majestic and serene at the same time. Around you are flags, prayer flags and such, like you would see on the steps of Tibet, but also just people flying kites. And you notice finally that all of these kites are dragon shaped.
Okay.
And it finally dawns on you that a lot of them are green.
Interesting. Okay. But we don't know the historical or the connotation of that.
No, you've never been
Because-
down here before, so
Okay.
you don't
All right. Well, let's keep an eye out for that then.
know why yet.
Like half of them are green?
More than half.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are there any like silver ones?
There are the other ones are all metallic colored.
Colored.
Yeah, metallic colored. But the
Wow.
vast majority of them are green.
And KJ was a green dragonborn, right?
KJ was a green dragonborn. Yeah, you're right, Sully.
That is a good thing that Sully remembered, because I did not.
Yeah, no, that's interesting.
Okay. So maybe there's some prophecies that have come out.
Whoa, that would be.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I'm intrigued.
So I'll just keep my ear out as we're moving through the crowd and moving through the city, just to kind of see what people are talking about. If anybody comments on the disparity or the majority of these green kites and that kind of thing, specifically looking to kind of suss out some information on that stuff.
All right. And then you guys are specifically looking for this temple that you're supposed to be taking.
Oh yes, of
Bosco
course.
to, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
And that's where we're headed. And
Yeah.
as in transit, that's when I want to do this kind of stuff.
Right.
So.
Okay, sounds good. As you go along, you hear a lot of people. Like it seems like a mostly joyous celebration.
Mm-hmm.
People are talking about a new sign,
Okay.
and they're talking about a new coming.
Yep, this is going to be real scary here in a sec.
But mostly people seem pretty excited about it. As you get deeper into the city, though, you come across some factions of people who seem like they're maybe not so excited about it. They have a group of kine who are sitting there silently and sullenly, just watching over people.
What's the percentage of kine around roughly?
Not very high, but you would expect there not to be hardly any here at
Okay.
all.
Okay.
But you come across a group of them, and we'll do it when we're headed out of the city. I've got something else to show you when you're headed out of the city too.
Okay,
But just know that they're there.
sure. Those
Um,
kind that we did see, we don't
and-
recognize any of them, do we?
They're all dressed up and masked.
Okay.
But you do recognize that a lot of them are wearing the red robes of
Okay.
they're the same color and design that the zealots that you came across back in
Okay.
Love that.
in Freeholm.
By that I mean I do not love that.
When these groups of kine are moving through, what is the general populace's reaction? Are they keeping their distance? Are they kind of move
Yeah, they
autonomously?
part. The
kind of
crowd
create a
parts.
bubble?
The crowd
Okay.
kind of parts away from them.
Okay.
And you see that they are mostly standing and watching
Okay.
and observing. and not trying to mix or mingle or interact with people at all.
Okay. So
Mostly
I
just staring people down.
specifically watch for groups of people who have to avoid a group of kind.
Okay.
And as they pass, I want to try to eavesdrop on what they might be talking about, because that's when I think that if there's going to be any crap talking going on
Okay.
by people that are unwanted, it would occur right then. As people pass them and go, oh, geez, them again. That kind of stuff.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I want to specifically look and see if I get any clues from that.
Okay. The feeling and the things that you hear about from the people who might have to go around him, the people who bump into him maybe. You see a guy bump into one because he's not looking where he's walking. He bumps into the back of one of these kind people, right? And the kind guy turns around quickly and his hand goes down to a long sword at his belt. And the guy backs off quickly. He lets go of the kite that he was pulling, and it kind of flutters off and crashes onto some building somewhere. But he backs up and quickly puts some distance between himself and them. And as he joins his friends back, you hear them talk about how new and how they're ruining the celebration. Just right, they're there and they why'd they even come if they're not going to do anything? Who even invited these people? We don't even see them. They never come down here. Why would they even be here? Which goes a lot with your experience too. A lot of the kind you see are on the west part of the land or the sea, and then the ones that come across come through Freeholm, or maybe are in some of the bigger ports, but still mostly around the sea. They haven't really branched out and or come down south much at all.
Okay. So this is very...
Yeah. Let's see. Jin is still with you. Make sure I've got his name right.
That is correct, Jin.
Yes.
Tipple.
And that's Troy's new character. And for now, he is still with you. Yes. D&D Beyond will soon be part of Wizards of the Coast, in case you hadn't seen that pop up on your D&D Beyond 17 million times in the last 2 weeks. Okay. And as he sees these red-cloaked people, so he actually is kind as well, which he hasn't been around much to emphasize that, but as he sees the red-cloaked people, he gently guides you away from them and around them. He's like, you don't want to be near them. These are the zealots.
If I've got his ear, then I'm going to say what exactly do they represent? If you say that,
they are looking for a prophecy to be fulfilled, and would do anything in their power to hasten its coming.
And what is that prophecy?
It's an old story about a serpent god out in the desert. And he's grasping for words on some of these, trying to explain what this is. But he says that this great monster is supposed to rise up out of the sand, and this beast will herald the transformation of the people into the most powerful beings that they can imagine. No one knows, no one believes it, but them. Don't let them be a bad example of my culture.
Okay, well, we'll keep an eye on them then for sure. They want to hasten it, huh? But we don't know, just other than that there's this monster that's going to, and then obviously they're seeing signs that this monster is going to...
They say that, I don't know all of the signs, but they say that they have been appearing more and more, the stars that they watch out in the desert, the way that the winds have been blowing, and I don't know all of them, but but they say that they've been coming more and more frequently. And the last thing that they are waiting for is this serpent lizard creature to bring out the next part of this prophecy.
Okay.
Speaking of prophecies, there's another group here you recognize.
Okay.
And you find a group of harbingers,
Yeah,
mostly
there we
dwarfs.
go.
On the other side of this spectrum, these fellows, though, are not so separate from the revelers and the celebration that's going on.
Okay.
But they seem to have actively put themselves into like imagine a soapbox, like a preacher on a soapbox in a park, and they're up there, basically prophesying doom and destruction of all of Acroa.
Wow.
And they're just taking turns on this big pedestal that they built up, and they're just yelling at the people as they.
So they're open here. Do they have a
Yeah.
temple here or one of their holy places?
You don't know.
Don't know.
You don't know on that one. But they have been. But you know that a lot of pilgrims come down from Lee Gate, where they're based from. So
Okay.
you could assume that they probably have something here involving that.
I'm just wondering if it's known or if it's secret. That's all.
Okay. If you ask around, you find that there is a Harbinger's Temple
Okay.
here still. One of the few places where, this is mostly a peaceful place,
Yeah.
and so one of the few places where it hasn't been just pushed out. And for the most part, from what you know, the Harbingers are pretty secretive and don't go around advertising.
We've never seen them
You've never seen them
prophesy
like this. Where they're up, standing and actively just yelling at people that pass by.
And what are the people's reaction? Ignoring them?
Mostly trying to ignore them.
Okay.
Nobody is really nobody's throwing vegetables or fruit at them or anything like that. But they are.
So I walk as we're passing one of these proselyters at some point. I'm going to just kind of make eye contact with a person that looks like they're from the city,
Okay.
and go, "How long's this been going on?" And point over at the harbingers.
All right.
And
You
if they give a reaction.
you point at this human who's in this long white tunic with a gold hammer sewn onto it. He said, well, as soon as people started arriving when they heard about the Dragonborn, they came out and started yelling at everybody.
I
But we
heard
don't
about what
care.
Dragonborn? I haven't heard a thing. We've been in the wild.
Oh, the Dragonborn. They found one. A green Dragonborn. Everyone's excited to find out where he is.
Well, I'll be. Never even would have thought about that there could be a green dragonborn. Never even saw one before.
We've been celebrating here for 6 days now.
Oh.
People keep coming in as
When
word
was
spreads.
he discovered?
It must have been a month ago or so. I don't know. Some village found him. The mayor's throwing a big party down there too.
Time frame wise, when he says that exposure, where does that put us? Is that prior to our rescue of KJ and turn?
It would have been just after.
Just after.
Yes. Oh, sorry. The rescue. It would have been just after he was kidnapped.
Abduction.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you guys were on your own for like a week or two.
Yeah. I
How
just
long
want
were
to
you in
see
action
about what
force?
time it was released. Like who let him out, or who let out the secret, or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Like when did it get exposed? When he was When he was.
You guys have been out and about for at least a month, 2 months, maybe even.
Yeah.
So the way he tells it, he says the rumors started spreading about 2 months ago, and people have been showing up and more from all over the place for the last week.
So I go, well, I'm not a religious man. So what does that mean? A green dragonborn? Like, I don't get it.
There haven't been any green or red or blue dragonborn in a century.
Okay, but I understand it's crazy, but like, what if a dwarf woman had a green dwarf baby? It wouldn't be that crazy, right? If someone was just born green. What does
don't
it
know any
portend,
stories
though?
about green dwarfs.
Sure, but what I'm saying is, what could that portend? I just feel out of the loop.
The rumors are all over the place, but a lot of people think that it means that the dragons will come back.
Oh, and destroy us again? Like the chromatics all did last time? The colored dragons all did last time?
Well, we have the silver dragon now.
You think she'll protect us all?
I'm sure she will.
Okay. What do you think?
Well, I guess I'm just a little confused as to why people are so excited about there being any chromatic dragons back and around. I mean, if this supposed dragonborn really does mean that their big evil green dragons are going to come back, why are we celebrating it?
Oh, well, think about it this way. When the dragonborn, all the colored dragonborn left, and he points out to a group of gold dragonborn who are out celebrating and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's like these people lost their cousins and their brothers and their uncles, and the thought of that they might be coming back is very exciting for all of them.
You know, that's a pretty good argument.
Yeah.
I understand that now. Okay.
That does make. Now I understand. Thank you for helping us out, because I was a little misguided as to why this would be such a positive thing. So.
But didn't they kind of lose the Hatfields to their McCoys? I mean, isn't that a little weird?
Well, like you guys pointed out, the dragons when all the chromatic dragonborn transformed and left.
Non-chromatic.
Sorry, when all the the chromatic ones
Oh.
transformed and left.
Mm-hmm.
It caused a lot of damage and stuff around the area.
And it destroyed the city of Form, right?
Yeah, destroyed the city of Form, wiped that out, and did a lot of damage, mostly up through League 8 and stuff in that way.
Yeah, but it was a long
so-
time ago.
That was 100, 200 years ago. It's fine. It's all fine now. Nobody remembers that.
Well, some people. Not this
And
guy.
just then you hear this guy on the box like, "Destruction will come back to us all."
You know, it's really interesting to me how there seem to be so many groups that believe the same thing. Like the kind people, you know, they believe that some, I guess, dragon deity is going to come back and bring them great power again, as opposed to the harbingers who also believe that, you know, it sounds like dragons are going to come back and then destroy us all. Kind of makes you wonder if there might be some
Animosity?
truth. Well, I mean, like, if several different groups have different origin stories of these myths, but they're all kind of the same, it kind of points in a general direction that is more likely to be true, I guess.
I agree with you. Yes. Yeah.
It's kind of interesting. Makes you worry about the kind.
Somebody taking notes for Lady Sylvana.
Yeah, definitely.
She's going to want to hear all about that.
His background gives him a connection in the form of a contact in any city that he visits that can
All right.
provide information about the local population. In Hopestadt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens to be a well-off, noble, but like a new money noble,
Okay.
He's a jeweler. So he's got money. Calvin did a job for him because he traveled a lot between here and Freeholm, and he doesn't know exactly where he might be, but he spends most of his time in Hopestadt, but occasionally in Freeholm. But he did a job for him once upon a time, and Calvin remembers this suddenly and thinks maybe he'll ask around to see if that guy's happens to be in town, and maybe
Okay.
he can kind of give us the lay of the land,
All right.
like why the city is so excited but tense all at the same time.
Okay. Is he a halfling, human, or dwarf? Halfling.
Halfway.
All right.
Yeah.
Great.
His name is Timmy Tan.
Timmy Tan. Let me put that in my notes. We're starting a new section on.
I just looked at the nearest business card sitting on my desk.
Timmy
Nice.
Tan.
That's great.
There he is, Timmy Tan.
All right.
Well, as intriguing as this all is, I really feel like we should go and try and figure out our young accompanied minor, right? And make sure he's okay.
Okay, yeah, we should. That should be first order of business. Is true.
Jin's already bought him like some fried meat on a stick.
Oh, nice.
And he's got a kite for him now and stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah, good.
So.
Sweet, yeah.
Yeah,
Way to go,
for
Jin.
sure. So, what temple were we supposed to be taking him to?
You're supposed to take him to the Temple of the Peacebringer.
Okay. Do we all want to go, or do you want to split off, Kelvin, and go find Timmy Tan?
Yeah, maybe I'll just go see if he happens to be in town, and I don't want to like take up too much time, but just kind of ask him to give me a
Sure.
sense of what's going on.
Okay.
The locals' perspective. That
Right.
just yeah.
Okay. Let's start with Timmy. We'll start there. He confirms that what you've heard on the street is pretty accurate. Timmy Tan says, Kelvin, good to see you again.
Hey, good to see you, Timmy. Been a while.
Yeah, it has. Last time you saw it was around Paul Watch or so, wasn't it?
Yep, yeah, that would have been it. I never really thought I'd find myself in Hofstadt, but here I am. I thought I'd check in on you.
Oh yeah, it's the best. It's the best. I'm so glad I came here. What? It's been 5 years now or so. Yeah, way better.
Doing good. Business
Yeah.
seems to be good. He kind of looks around his shop and looks, it's pretty well off. He's like I said,
business is great.
sort of
Business
money,
is
no
so good. And then just then the only other person he's been bagging up a little gift, like a necklace that's got a bunch of different engraved beads and a couple gemstones on it. He bags it up for the person he's helping up. And as they're leaving, he says, "Peace be with you. This will help you to center your life. I hope this helps you to center your life and continue on your wonderful journey." And they leave, and he goes, "Oh my gosh, these rubes here! You would not believe what you can sell these people." And he fingers through a box. It's like a little crystal. It's like, every one of these crystals touched by the Peacebringer. Woohoo!
Yeah, that's the Timmy I remember.
So what brings you down here?
I don't want to take up too much time, but me and a few friends just came into town. It seems a buzz with a lot going on, but it seems pretty tense also. What's going on?
Oh, it's unbelievable. Great for business, of course. But yeah,
sure.
I can't get enough jade and green gems in to make up new bracelets and necklaces for people. Oh, about 2 months ago, some mayor from some little village down here started spreading rumors about this green dragonborn being discovered. And people started hearing about it in other places, and they've just been coming in.
And they think he's here for some reason, or just celebrating here, or what? Why here?
They're hoping. I don't know what they're hoping exactly, but they think that if this does mean that the Dragonborn will come back, that they'll end up down here again. And this is where the silver dragon ended up and everything, right? So they think that if anything, it'll be here. They just want to be around if it happens. But yeah, he was spotted headed up into Freeholm, and then headed out over to Leagate. People have seen him. It's just amazing.
And I've noticed, I've started to see more of them everywhere, but there's a few kind popped up in town as well. They weren't here before.
No, those guys, no. No, they showed up about the same time, though. They just keep to themselves. Can't make any money off them. Don't even know if they have any money.
no violence erupted, no conflict, nothing. I mean, I'm sure.
Oh no, not
the
from
normal-
them. It's those other zealots that have been out here yelling at people. A couple of them picked a fight yesterday. Things got the monks and the knights had to break them up, but it turned out all right.
And the nobles' response to all of this? What are you and your type doing?
Well, making a buck while we can. It's gonna be good for us, I think. I don't buy into this stuff. You know me.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, anything else? Anything other than that going on? I'm always looking for work.
Oh yeah. Let me see what I can drum up. You still with the chain breakers?
No, I'm on my own concern now.
Not with Action
Same.
Force, are you? Those guys.
Nope. No, those guys are real clowns. Real clowns.
Good. Yeah, I'll let you know if something turns up. But
Yeah,
if you really want to see,
do it.
if you really want to see a party, head down to Palem.
Halem. What's going on there?
Oh, that's where that mayor found they found the boy at. Some guy
Of
down in that
course.
place.
course,
Dug him out of a cave or something.
Dug it
Yeah.
in the cave.
That's
Honestly, it sounds like something you and your noble cronies cooked up to keep the population busy while you're up to something else. That's what this all sounds like to me.
Nah, come on.
I mean, you're making a lot of money off of it, right? It's not like this is hurting you. So,
Oh, I wish.
bet you-
I wish I could.
you wish-
I could come up with something like this, man. Just got to be in the right place at the right time.
yeah, I guess so. Well, I'm around. You leave word. I don't know. He'll leave word of a tavern or a place where he can be contacted if he hears of any work or just anything interesting that might want to look into.
Yeah, why don't you go stay at the Eagle's Nest? It's a great place. I'll come looking for you there if I hear of anything.
All right, sounds good. He'll buy one of his cheesy little crystal amulets.
I like it.
Sounds good.
No, not because he believes in any of it, but just so.
sure. Yeah, keep telling yourself that.
All right.
I don't believe any of this. No.
He definitely pockets the coin and waves as you head out.
All right.
So we were headed to the temple. See
Yeah.
if we can get whatever services is we were supposed to have done on this kid that we're unsure he needs now. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely just want to check up on him, make sure he's okay.
Yeah, and make sure there's no bad lasting effects. So we are going to remind me the name of the temple again. You said
The
it twice.
Peacebringer.
Peacebringers.
Yep.
Okay.
Temple of the Peacebringer.
So let's head there.
Okay. As you find your way to the temple, you see it guarded by several monks on the outside. They're mostly keeping people from. They're making sure that people are coming in aren't just tourists or people like that. So they stop you, and you recognize them as and their garb and their getup as the Knights Everlasting. Not because they're wearing armor, but that's just the name that they go by.
Sure.
Mostly a monk order, and while they are rumored to be formidable fighters, you've never seen them they don't go and join
They
the
don't go into
chain
military
breakers. They're not
force, yeah.
mercenaries
Yeah.
or anything like that you've come across.
Okay.
Oh, good. Zedlik says sounding great now, so I appreciate that. Thanks for weighing in on that and giving us the feedback there. Also wanted to say, while we're at it, say thanks to a couple of new followers and stuff too that we have before we get into this. Zedlik just followed us. Thanks. Serbabesalot 7 days ago followed us. And Garopo12. Thanks again.
Grupo?
Garupo.
Garupo.
Gorupo 12.
Nice.
So, yep. Thanks again, and we're glad to have you. Give us a follow and check us out on YouTube too. Okay, enough for our station break. Back to the action.
So,
So you're stopped at a couple of guards.
Oh, okay. They stop us.
Yeah, they stop you to come in.
So I say, hello, friend. We have a boy here who needs to see the priests for healing. His father Agamond may have sent word ahead of us that he was coming. This is Vasca.
One of them walks back into the temple while the other one stands there. He says, "We will check and see
Of course.
if you are expected." Where did you say you were coming from?
We're coming from
Paul
Watch, from a gentleman named Agamond.
And you say that the boy is, and he looks down, sick? And he kind of,
He was unwell. We feel like he may have gotten better, but we still want to have him checked out and get a clean bill of health, of course.
okay. He takes a appropriate 6 feet of social distance
Way to be responsible.
away from the
Nice.
boy. He says, "Why don't you wait here?" A few minutes later, the other monk comes out and whispers something to him. He says, "Very good. You said you were from Palwatch?"
Paul Watch, Vasca,
And,
or Agamond.
Agamond.
yeah. And is Marty with you still?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
On a leash, but yeah,
Okay.
he's with me. Not that he needs a leash, he's a good boy, but just to make other people feel better.
Okay. He looks you over and whispers something back to the other monk. You want to make a perception roll, see if you can
Yeah,
hear what he
sure.
says.
My passive is 19. You want me to roll?
19 now?
That's what my passive
Holy
perception
crap,
is.
it keeps going up over.
It was because I took a wisdom bump when you let me go to 4th level. So
Holy cow.
I can roll.
Go ahead and roll,
Okay.
but if you get lower than a 19, then I'll just give you the 19.
Give the 19
Yep.
spiel. Yeah, I'm under.
Okay.
It would be. Where is it over here? Perception.
Sounds good for
It's only a +4, yeah, so 10
Okay.
or 20, or 19 passive.
Your passive perception adds a little bit of lip reading.
Okay.
Well, the feat gives you liberty observant, right?
No.
It is observant. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah.
you
just
So
have
I
lip
can
reading.
actually lip read.
So you got a little lip reading action in there too, as you're straining to hear exactly what he's saying, and you think you make out that he says, "There's only 3 that match. There's only 2 that match the description. There were supposed to be 4." It's like, I don't know. Show him.
Oh, and I just
And
kind of go, yeah. I don't know how to interject. That's something I shouldn't have known. Well, maybe I won't say anything.
What should you not have known?
Okay.
What did they say?
They said there should have been 4 of us.
He's like, "Yeah, but they got the lion." Oh yeah. Oh.
Oh, okay.
Here we
All
go.
right, maybe Marty's lending some credence here.
Of course, Marty adds credence to everything. He's
Yeah.
just the best.
All right.
Are you writing him yet? Like, it's
No,
been
I
a
think
while.
that because we were like running away from the zombie horde every
Yeah.
night, I didn't ever get a chance to work on that saddle.
Okay.
So I don't think I completed it yet.
All right. We'll work in some downtime here that you can
Eventually,
finally get that
yeah,
fixed
I'll
up.
get it done.
Okay. They show you into a large garden in the middle of this temple. It's surrounded, like the temple walls, but inside is just open.
Mm-hmm.
It's a large garden, and a monk comes out and comes down and kneels down in front of Vasca, looks him over, looks in his eyes, feels his forehead, stuff like that, asks him a couple questions about how he's feeling and stuff, and says, "Why don't you bring him with me?" And he starts to lead you off after him towards a little antechamber along the side of this garden.
Okay.
As you're walking, though, another knight approaches the two of you as you've and stops you and says, "There's someone who would like to talk to you."
Who is the someone? And I ask you and Nomish, do you remember any of this? Like, did we have someone else we need to talk to?
No, there was a gentleman named Felden who was waiting for us to contact us about Lady Sylvana.
Uh-huh.
However, he's in Palem.
Oh, that's right. That's our next little.
That's our next stop. Maybe we should split up. I can give us a telepathic bond.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, why don't we send? We can send Jin with the boy.
Oh, perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. And then we'll.
He
go
doesn't
with this
seem
guy.
to. In fact, he lets Jin walk past him
Mm.
and stops the two of you.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Hey, Jen?
Yes.
We're just gonna... We need to go talk to someone about something super secretive, I guess. So we're just gonna go do that. Can you just meet us back outside once you're done? And
Yes, I'll watch over the boy.
okay, it's just like top secret stuff. So kind of, big deal.
Nobody seems to care.
Okay.
If the monk was snarky, he would do the Jurassic Park.
Dobson. See,
We got
nobody
Dobson
cares.
here.
Nice.
The monk bows and indicates for you to follow him, and he takes you back through the gardens,
Okay.
through another wall, to the other side of this, the back half of this temple, where we have. Oh yeah, it worked. Good deal. And it comes into focus. I always love that there's like a little half second where it comes into focus there.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty.
Yes. So we have these wonderful springs that dot the area back here. And hot springs. Little places where just beautiful, well taken care of. Everything has been perfectly... the gardening back here is all perfect. Everything is in place. It's got and well tended. And then you can see that there are some people relaxing in some of the springs, but not many. And they lead you back to, come back to here. I have to switch my map. So they'll lead you back to this big one back here.
Okay.
Let's see if that's popping up. Yeah, good deal. Where a halfling woman is waiting for you. She's wearing very ornate monk robes with gold lining and orange. It's orange robes, gold lining, and she has shaved her head and is sitting there. Seems to be tending one of the trees on the side of this little pond right here,
Okay.
and is just watching over the trees. As you approach, without looking back, the knight clears his throat gently and bows, and the lady says, "There were supposed to be 4."
Well, we ran into a little trouble. Well, one of our friends, we didn't realize he needed to be here. He's out on an errand. And then we had another friend who decided he was too ill to continue adventuring, and he stayed back. Because we're talking about Tobias, right?
Mhm.
Is the fourth? Okay, yeah. He decided to stay back and,
Well-
and get a little better.
I'm sorry, and how do you know of us?
Oh, yeah, that's good. That's a good question.
She turns around and says, "You can leave us now." And the knight bows again, says, "Yes, Holy Mother," and
Holy mother.
and turns and walks away back down the trail,
Okay.
giving you some privacy. She looks the two of you over and says that, "I thought that you might be a little more impressive."
Oh, well.
Well, I mean,
sorry.
you do see our mascot mountain lion here, right?
Yes, that was the lady sent word that you would be traveling with the mountain lion.
So you are one of the ladies' associates. Okay.
I'm. She is an old friend.
Oh.
Can I make an insight check
Sure.
to see if she's trying to deceive us?
Okay.
18.
She doesn't look like she could tell a lie if she wanted to.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So she's an open book. Okay. Well, what can we do for you? We're in your service, in your lady's service.
I am grateful that you are here. She said, she sent word that you would be coming and hopefully getting to the bottom of all of this. And she flips her fingers out in the direction of the city.
If we could help bring clarity, I'd love to know more myself. So, I know we were headed down here to Palem. Is that the errand that you're referring to? Is the information?
She says yes. She said you would be here to learn more about what happened. It appears though that you are here, that the rumors are true, and there is a green dragonborn.
Well, if you if you're a vassal of Lady Sylvana or a friend of Lady Sylvana, then you would know the truth of that as much as we do.
And she says, "Is he safe?"
He was well the last time we saw him, and he's with Lady Sylvana.
Oh, that's very good then.
Yeah, it is a good thing.
That's knowledge is something that should never leave the group of us, though.
Oh yes, of course. Yeah, you're the only person other than Sylvana that we've spoken of this. So.
She says, "Walk with me. We're going to do a walk and talk."
Wow. I've
Yes.
always wanted to be told to walk with somebody. This is great. Sully feels like as rich as he's ever felt in his life. Like this is high tier, classy stuff.
She hands Sully a little bag of some fish food, and gestures that you can toss it into the pond as you're walking along.
Oh my gosh.
She says, "Here, take care of this for me while we talk."
Thank you so much. This is great.
It's young one. It's for the fish.
I know. Testing it. Making sure it's not poisoned before I give it to the fish.
It's valid.
It's good.
It's the best I could come up with on the spot.
So she says, "How much do you know about what's been going on around here?"
Nothing. We've been in the wilderness for a little over a month, headed down this way.
Yes, you came with another boy and another traveler.
Yes, we escorted a sick boy here for healing.
Oh, I see.
Just on a kind of a random chance, we were headed the same direction, and we took a small job.
How do you know so much about us?
She pulls out a little. She says, "I don't know much," but she pulls out a little tiny scroll. It says and says that the lady sends me word every now and then. I was surprised though to receive her correspondence, and this is just a little tiny paper, like something you put on like a carrier pigeon or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That she unrolls and then hands to you, and it's just a very fine script. And do any of you speak Draconic?
No.
I can't remember. Oh, she says.
Calvin does, but he's not there.
Oh, Kelvin's not there.
Dang it.
She said to watch. She said to be on the watch for the group of the four of you. 2 humans, a gnome, and a warforged, traveling with a mountain lion. and that I should do whatever is in my power to help you to find out more about, to help you in your assignment.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Well, yeah, our main assignment is to go and find a Mr. or Mrs. Felden and communicate with them, because supposedly he's the one who was able to find this young dragonborn child in the first place.
Yeah.
I
You know
hope that I have heard of what happened. The rumors came up from Palem Village, but not from Felden, but from the mayor down there, who says that this dragonborn was seen and was taken out of the village and is now out and about in the land. But from what you've told me, I'm glad that he is safe.
Yeah, he is safe.
I was endangered because of some harbingers.
The Harbingers.
Yeah, we saw them outside. Wow, ooh, they're something though, aren't they?
She says, Davrak, give me patience.
Is Davrak the Peacebringer?
Yeah. They've been fine citizens of Hopestad until this last week, when everyone started coming and they decided to start with their end of the world campaign.
And your religious affiliation, what does this the coming of this dragonborn mean to you and the everlasting the Knights of the Everlasting Peak?
She says, if it does mean something, then we will discover it when it is brought here to the peak.
Good.
And we will wait patiently until then,
Right.
as we have always done.
So what is the main message of the, other than they're preaching destruction, the Harbingers, like, are they preaching getting ready for it, like militarizing? Kind of what's their angle, other than just say
They seem to be warning people against, right now they seem to be warning people against not worshiping, I guess isn't the right word, but warning people that the symbol of a green dragonborn is not one to be celebrated.
Okay.
That's fair.
So just being Debbie Downers.
There are some that listen to them more and more as they start to as they continue to talk about it, but so far they haven't gotten a big stronghold among the hearts of the people.
I think that what's interesting to me, right, one of the main reasons we came down is to kind of figure out if any other of these Dragonborn have shown up, and we just haven't known about them, like the Harbingers have gotten a hold of them first. But just the fact that it's all of a sudden so public kind of makes me doubt that. Because we think this is probably the first time something like this has happened. Because otherwise it would be pretty hard to hold under wraps, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She agrees, yes. I will do anything I will help you in any way possible to find this Felden and to find out where this Dragonborn came from.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
That would be super great. What might be really helpful is like, I don't know, if you have like a bunch of platinum or gold that you can just give to us, that might be great.
She says, I've given you everything of value already, as you're tossing the,
Yeah.
the food out. I've given you what's most valuable already.
Yes.
That's what you can use to care for those around you.
Oh, that's actually kind of sweet. Do you want some, Eddie?
No, thank
Okay,
you.
man. That's what I thought. No one I care for wants it.
I don't know what else to ask.
I mean, those were kind of my questions.
Okay.
Do you know if the Harbingers have a big fortress here, and they're, I guess, if they are like large in numbers, or if they have plans to become large in numbers here? Have there been an influx of amount?
Their temple is not far from here. It's modest, but it's the end of the pilgrimage for those that come from Leagate anyway.
Okay.
And it's not hard to find.
All right. Is it like a public temple? That
Yeah.
they're like, okay.
Wanna go check
People
it out?
can just go in, and it's like one of those museum temples. You just could walk around. There's a bunch of plaques saying, this was from year X and X. And
Much like that, yes.
wow, okay, cool. I've never been to one of those, but they sound interesting.
Yeah, sure. I think so.
Okay.
They've enclosed it in stone and collected as many artifacts as they could. You can find many there if you're interested.
Heist mission. Just kidding. Maybe not. All right, that's good to know too. Maybe we should stop by there on our way down to Palem.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, go
See if we
check
can
it
find
out.
any information.
See if we see anything of interest.
She gives you a necklace
Okay.
that she takes off her neck, her own neck.
Okay.
It's stone, and there's string that's like somebody has put holes through each of these stones and then laced it on this necklace. And at the bottom of it is this big this medallion with an ancient rune on it that you don't recognize. But she says, anyone in the shadow of the peak it says, if there's anything you need from anyone in the shadow of the peak, show them this, and they will know that you're on my errand.
Oh, okay.
Nice. You want to hold on to that?
Yeah,
Eddie?
sure. I'll tuck it away.
Okay.
And thank you very much. I'm sure this will come in handy
I'm sure it
to get people to open up potentially. Because us being foreigners and going into a strange situation, I don't know if they would have talked to us very much. So I think this will help.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, lady.
Now, did we need to? Are we taking Vasca back, or are we just leaving him here?
Well,
Is he going to stay here and convalesce for a while?
our original plan was to head all the way down to Palem after getting him healed. We thought maybe it'll take some time for him to get healed, just leave him at the temple doing that. However, since he's healed now, seems to be doing fine, maybe we can send it with Jin, especially now the Necromancer.
Oh, yeah, I guess there
Chakra
shouldn't
go
be any
after him.
danger at this point, right? For him to go back?
Oh, however, what if Jin takes all our payment and runs off?
I'm not okay with that either. We'll just have to let him. We'll have to. Okay, so
You're welcome to leave him here in my care.
Oh, perfect. I guess you did say you would help us in any way. So could you please care for the boy till
That
we
is
return?
something that we can do for you.
Okay, great.
He's really well behaved, and he hasn't stolen anything either, which is what I was doing when I was 8 years old. So,
Well, do we know? Maybe he's that good.
Something that we all grow out of
yeah, totally. I'll grow out of it.
one day.
Actually, later we did run into a kind of a interesting figure on the way over here who was hunting this boy. His name was Chagrak.
Yeah. Do you know Chagrak at all?
Maybe she does. She does.
So he was the main contributor to this boy's illness.
To his illness. That's strange.
So I don't.
Chagrak mostly deals with those who have already suffered from illness.
Oh, interesting.
I see.
Okay. That
I have
makes
come
more
across
sense.
him before. He has made the trip here. It was unpleasant, but peaceful. He seems to be more of a, not a businessman, but what would you say, a power broker, I think.
Okay. So he normally heals people.
No, quite the opposite.
Oh.
He is a necromancer.
Oh.
And appears to mostly be. Most of his motivation is in building up his own power.
So he deals with people who have already been sick, like a really bad sick.
And then are dead.
And yeah.
I see. Okay. Yeah. So
It's strange, but he could have the power to heal a boy.
So it seemed
like
more
that,
like
depending
he
on what
removed something from the boy, like he had placed something on him. Did we know it was a phylactery that he was removing?
depends on what your character would know about liches.
Probably not a
such.
ton. I'll describe it to my best ability.
Okay.
What I saw, and to see if that helps her out.
That would be one of his strongest items of power. Whether he was using it to heal the boy or to do something else. And it's almost certainly when Chagrak is involved, something else.
Okay. So
it would be
Agamemnon
something
might have
that
been
would
reaching for
contain
some
his own-
power by doing something to his son, turning his son into something.
Well, maybe, but he wanted his son to just be normal again.
Well, sure now, but maybe it was promised that he would be powerful or something.
Maybe.
You know,
Yeah, no, it's a good point.
I don't
When
know.
Chagrok's involved, things could often and quickly get out of hand. He is not one that seeks out conflict. He'd rather build up, like I said, his own power, but there is not much peace in his heart, whatever's left of it.
Okay. Well, thank you, Mother. We appreciate your help. Do you have any other wisdom to bestow upon us before we leave that we may have been too naive to ask?
She says, just take the patience of the Peacebringer with you, and you will be fine on your journeys.
Yep.
Do I have all my items? Nothing's been stolen.
Do you have all of your items?
Yeah.
You are... What...
You're missing your call trips. You used.
I used my call trip. Oh no!
What you are missing something. You as you're leaving, you reach in, like you go to stash the fish food.
Yeah,
To try to
I have a
keep it,
little
right?
bag where I would keep that. I
Um,
was like,
And as you reach in to put it, you notice that the jerky that you got for Marty is gone.
Vasca.
He ate your jerky.
Make
He
it-
my
pet's jerky.
lion jerky.
Eddie starts laughing though because as you're patting around your pouches and looking through things, I didn't even give you guys her name.
Just the mother of the Peacebringer.
Yeah, her name is Daiwin Springbridge,
Okay.
and she's the holy mother of.
Daiwin Springbridge.
Yeah. And as Sully is cursing and looking around for his food, you see that she's walking away slowly and now nibbling on something.
Oh, she doesn't know what she started.
Humming something to herself and going back to her work with the garden. She said that everybody grows out of it.
Yeah, she did.
All right, you leave the temple. It seems that the Vasca is in good care, and the monks there say that he appears to be in fine health,
Oh,
but they're happy to watch over him and
Yes.
see.
just observe him for a few days while we go on this errand.
Okay.
If you see him nibbling on any jerky, just reprimand him for it's stolen. He's a thief, so he just deserves to be reprimanded for that. Just throwing it out there.
Okay, let me make a note real quick. Who we got with this? Okay. All right. Jin says, where are we headed off to next?
Oh, well, if you'd like to accompany us, we are doing a little information gathering in Palem about this green dragonborn boy that everyone keeps talking so much about. You're welcome to come, or you could stay here with the boy.
I'd be happy to come.
Okay, perfect. Let's. I don't know. Are we gonna? What time of day is it? Do we probably need to spend the night here? And it's probably worthwhile to go. Well, let's go back up with Kelvin first.
Okay.
Before we do anything else, let's meet our rendezvous that I'm sure we set up before we separated. Because that's what people do without cell phones.
Without cell phones, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, Kelvin, back to you now. You find them coming out of the big, large temple in the center of town, the one with the big spires and the nice gardens and stuff like that around it. To the east, side of this plaza is a smaller, more out of place temple or structure that you guys can assume is you can assume because it's got a big engraved hammer above the above the main doors.
Okay.
But that would be the Temple of the Harbingers there, just on the east side of the main center of the town.
Okay. And we're gonna just go to the inn and see if there's a job that shows up. Maybe Kelvin, is that what you were telling us?
Yeah. Calvin's just like, that was a bit of a waste of time. Didn't learn much more than we already knew, but he's gonna keep his ear out, and if there's any work going, he may find us for something. So
Perfect. All right.
didn't learn much more other than the location, the village where the boy came from.
All right. Cool.
So but we already knew that.
Yeah, we
So
did. So let's go. We could just take up rooms for the night in this Eagle's Nest, and then head out in the morning for Palem.
For Palem.
Sounds all right.
Okay, let's do that.
Is it okay? I might run around and just try to grab a few things.
Go for it.
Need
Go
to
shopping,
finish
man.
this saddle up, if that's okay.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, cool. I'll just meet you guys at the Eagles place.
Eagle's Nest.
Yep. Eagles Nest place. I'll just jog off. I'm just hoping to buy first 2 bags of caltrips.
Okay.
Stock up on those.
Do you need anything, Kelvin? Do you need to go shopping too?
Oh yeah, I'll give us telepathic communication for
Okay.
the next 2 hours.
Nice.
Other than just reloading, traveling supplies, Kelvin's okay. Oh, you know what? Kelvin's gonna get a few doses of catnip. Just.
I like it.
But he's not gonna say anything that I want about it.
Yeah. Well, we're letting Cameron.
We'll just use it at opportune circumstances later.
All right.
Right on.
That's great. That's terrible. I love it.
And now that our main business is over, Eddie's will, when Sully goes off to go to do a little bit of shopping, Eddie's gonna wander to kind of the not necessarily the poor neighborhoods, but places where he can find people that are a little less fortunate, maybe.
Okay.
And I'll just take some time and hand out about 15 silver pieces to younger looking kids and stuff that look like they could use a little pick me up.
All right.
And that's how I'll spend my evening actually.
Okay.
And go back to the inn at the end. So.
All right. Eddie, not far from the Harbinger Temple, which is, like I said, kind of the end of this pilgrimage that people like to make. Some people will stop there. Some people will keep going and try and climb up the mountain and stuff. But most people, when they come, that this is kind of considered like the end of the pilgrimage. Around there are a lot of beggars and people who are always trying to.
Okay. And I would use kind of my time on the streets to make sure that I'm giving it to people who are not professional beggars, that are actually people that need it.
Okay.
I would think that I could discern that after
right.
spending time on the streets. So that's what I'd like to do.
What a pal.
Awesome. Yeah, Eddie.
Inspiration. Look at you.
Yeah, I was just trying to think of what the word for that was. Let's give Eddie an inspiration die.
Oh, okay.
For helping to take care of the people around. Okay.
One other thing I think Sully wants to buy is he'll go to a shop where maybe a leather worker's little shop and just ask for some pointers, right? And buy maybe a couple of buckles and latches and stuff that he'll need for tightening and putting it on.
All right.
But then he wants to find a woodworking shop and buy a quarter, like he wants to buy just maybe a couple planks of wood, maybe as if he was going to work one down into a walking stick.
Oh, okay.
Or some stuff like that.
I see. Yeah. All right. Yeah, you could find a place that might have some staves and be able to make something out of that.
Nice. And then maybe something like something almost like you could work into a shield. Something that amount of wood too. It's a lot to carry, but we have a wagon. So when we finally get back there, I think Sully's just planning on plopping it in. But
let's see. All that runs you probably about 5. Let's call it 6 silver.
okay, yeah, easy.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you come back to you find the inn. You're dragging the stuff on this big plank behind you. Great.
Hey guys, I should have put more points into my strength score.
Yeah, it's a little late for that,
How good is it?
unfortunately.
Yeah, okay.
All right, and what's Kelvin up to?
He's just reloading traveling supplies, as I said, little catnip, and he's gonna just put his feet up at the eagle's nest and have a meal and knock back a few and just I don't know, see if someone shows up or not. Either way, he's fine. He's just gonna relax.
Okay. Back at the eagle's nest, a group of kine are checking out, and they're taking care of their bill with the innkeeper and getting ready to leave.
Kind of zealotous kind.
Yes. Yep.
They gotta sleep somewhere.
Yeah.
I wonder why they're leaving, though.
All right, so they're checking out.
Yep.
All right. I mean, as kind, I think they kind of draw the attention of anyone. So I think they're a little relatively new. So I'm sure Kelvin notices, but doesn't do much. Just makes note, I guess.
Okay. You make note of them. If you come across them again, then I'll make sure that you recognize them.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to try, as I am noticing kine, I'd like to take time to see if I could figure out how to recognize an individual. I realize they wrap their face, but they have to do something that kind of sets them apart, I would think, or height, shape, whatever. Just try to play a game of it. Like, have I ever seen this kind before? Every time I see one. So,
you notice that one thing that might be individualistic about them is a strap that they tie around their upper arm.
Okay.
And some of those are a little bit different.
They have a variance. They're not like a uniform.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some of them have long tassels off of them. Some are decorated, maybe with something like hanging off it or something like that, bone, something, or
Okay.
Some might be painted. They're all different heights too, though. I mean, they're all, but that's one thing you would say you find that kind of sets them apart individually.
Yeah.
Okay.
As they're like checking out, Kelvin just takes note at first, but then he thinks, and he tries to, I don't know, casually get close. He's trying to hear what room number they were in. He might go for a snoop.
Oh, okay. Armbands. Doesn't help if I just make stuff up if I don't write it down.
That's true.
All right. Make a perception check and a stealth check. Like how much are you trying to not be noticed? So you can either sneak up behind him, or you can find a way to maybe make a deception check for why you would have a reason to be right behind him.
He's just gonna whichever. I guess he's just gonna kind of try to be in the vicinity, just overhearing, maybe pretending he's looking for someone, or also needs help. Maybe he's waiting to talk to somebody or something like that. So is it deception or?
See if Timmy Tan left any word at the front desk.
Yeah, there you go. I could just be some reason to talk to front desk or somebody just waiting. Is that deception or stealth?
We can go with stealth.
What do you like? All right, that is a 14.
Okay. As you go up and try and get the attention of somebody, you are able to, at the same time, without anybody noticing, slide over a little bit closer to where they're at, and overhear what rooms they were staying in the second floor. As the proprietor asks them if they had any problems with their stay, and they say no, everything was satisfactory in this
All right.
plain.
Is there one of them that looks kind of like the leader or the
monotone voice.
spokesperson? I'm trying to like suss out which room that person was in specifically.
Yeah, the one that's talking to them. There's one that's talking to them, and then there's somebody else standing. Let's say there's like four of them.
Okay.
There's one that's standing back a ways a little bit, and the others seem to kind of defer to him. Whenever the proprietor asks a question, they'll glance back at him, and then the guy that's right next to him will actually answer him. He says everything was satisfactory, yes, and he'll ask about the view. Was the view nice of the temple grounds? Yes, the view was fine, thank you.
Okay. So I think that's enough. If he heard some of the room numbers, I think
Okay.
he'll try to just casually head up to the second floor and look for the room on the second floor with the view.
Okay.
Trying to like navigate where that might be, and he's just gonna make his best guess.
All right. You end up over on the side of the inn that would have windows facing like a corner. And you notice that they pay with large gold coins that seem a little bit larger than Acroan currency. And the proprietor is actually after he feels the heft of them in his hand, he's happy to, and takes a little bite of them. He's happy to take their 4 gold and says yes 4 gold. That's what I said. Pink, plops it in.
4 gold. Jeez. All right.
Well, how long were they here? Oh, what are we paying?
I don't know.
What's that?
Yeah.
What are we paying per
A
night?
golden night.
Oh, it's a
One
golden
night.
night. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, this is
It's
place.
pretty
Eagle.
expensive.
Yeah, it's a nice place.
All right. All right. Okay. So yeah, I think he'll the one with the best view on the second floor, and he's just gonna, of course, walk up like he has a room, like he owns the place, more or less, like he should be there, and
Okay.
see what he can figure out.
All right. Do you have thieves' tools?
I do.
Okay.
I love it.
Make a check with your thieves' tools and add your. So you'd make a probably a dexterity check, and then add your proficiency to that too.
Add my proficiency. All right, you're gonna have to help me with this one.
So what's your dex?
+6.
+4, +6.
Sorry, +4. No, that's a saving throw. Sorry, +4.
Yeah,
Dex.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then add your proficiency to it, which should be 2. So you'll be +6. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, where would I, just for my education, proficiency, where would I find that?
On your screen, it's up at the top.
Right next to charisma, right to the right of charisma.
Yeah. So you got the long
Base.
lines.
There she is.
Of
All right,
stats, and then
so
you
do
got
two check and add 2 to that.
Yep.
That's going to be a 14.
Great. Okay. The lock clicks open.
All right, well, just slide on in there. I'm not going to toss the place. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not going to toss the place. I'm I'm looking for just something they happen to leave behind quickly.
Okay.
I mean, maybe there's nothing, but we'll see. Or anything
Yeah.
that's weird.
Make a search check. Let's do investigation.
Ooh, that's not good. Yeah, that's a 6.
Okay. You notice that there's not.
You know,
You don't find anything specific. In fact, the room itself looks like it's been very well taken care of, and everything's put back in order. The bed looks almost like it hasn't been slept in. And so...
No weird piles of sand anywhere.
Yeah. That'd be awesome. Just a circle of sand right in the middle.
It's in everything.
No, you don't notice anything out of place at all. In fact, everything looks a little bit too in place.
Okay. Found something without finding something. Interesting.
There you go.
All right. Well, it won't take too long. He'll just head back down to his table. I'm sure he left a half-eaten meal there.
Okay.
So this
back
this
in.
place is a gold piece a night per person?
Per room.
Per room?
Yeah.
Because Eddie would literally sleep outside before he would pay a gold piece for himself in a room.
Yeah.
Because he's okay with that. He doesn't care.
Well, Timmy Tam's a noble.
Oh, okay.
And so he's used to some of the
finer things in life, yeah.
places, yeah.
Like, I don't mind splitting it 3 ways, but he won't stay here by himself in a room. So.
Okay.
So I can do
Oh,
one
Calvin's good for it. Yeah,
Oh, is he?
high roller.
No
When
problem.
those kine
Yeah.
leave, recognizing the one that they're kind of all deferring back to, Sully's also just kind of interested, and as he sees Calvin kind of go up the stairs to kind of snoop around the room, Sully wants to just go and wait outside, try to find like more of a crowded area.
Okay.
And he remembers pulling that soul stone off of the one kinds, and he remembers where it was placed on his clothing.
Yeah.
He wants to go up, find that leader of those kind, and for the same spot and see if there's anything that he's holding in there before making off with it.
This will be awesome. Let's do it.
Rogues be roguing.
You bump into him and slip your fingers just inside a little pouch that's in his big robe.
Uh-huh.
And what do your fingers pull out? Make a sleight of hand check. Let's see if your fingers do get pulled out.
Yeah, let's go with this one. All right. Here we go. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is a 25.
Oh, wow.
And if that fails, I'll add a psionic ability die and use my abilities to enhance my methodology.
You find a bone dagger. And the hilt,
Weapon in there.
the dagger's not made out of bone. The hilt's made out of bone.
Okay.
And finally worked in the shape of a... so the lizards that were with them in a pre-home that attacked you, not exactly like them, but it seems draconic, but it doesn't have like the scales and the big wings like on the face like a dragon does, but it's lizard-like in its shape.
Sure. Wow,
And
cool.
the bottom of it, the mouth itself, though, has jagged teeth
Nice.
inside of it.
So it's like a ceremonial
Yeah.
dagger
Yep.
of some kind. Oh, that's awesome. Now we have a bargaining tool for the next time we run into them.
Yeah. Or you can pretend like you know someone.
Sure.
Is it?
Yep.
Is
And
it- is this
you
akin
get away
to-
without being noticed.
Is this akin to a Fremen's Chris knife?
Yeah, kind of like that. That's kind of what I have in mind a little
Alright,
bit.
cool.
But
Fremen's, I don't know what that is.
it's Dune.
Fremen's Chris knife. Yeah.
We're gonna have to have a Dune watch party.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh.
I know.
It's worth the watch.
I've
so
heard
good.
it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's really good. This latest one too. I mean the one from what
Oh yeah, 84 is
84.
84 is fun too.
It-
But
yeah,
it's-
I
or is it
wanna
82? I
see-
think it might be 82.
I want
No,
to
that
see
seems
both
too
of them.
early.
Maybe
Anyway,
it was 84.
but yeah, I mean it's got Sting in it, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
And,
It's worth a watch.
Yeah, I really like that one. It has a special place.
Yeah, because it was that stuff. I mean, we were all
That's what
young
I used to
it
watch
came
when I was a
out.
kid. Yeah.
A little weird and just, but but Dune is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like it captures it really, really well.
Oh, yeah.
I was not to get sidetracked, I was really nervous for the new movie, just because the story in that movie just like meant a lot to me as a kid. So, but they did it right. They did it right.
Yeah.
I was worried that they had too many stars in it. You know, you've got Josh Brolin, you've got Aquaman, you've got like I didn't want to see a movie with I didn't want to see a Dune movie with Aquaman.
Yeah,
right.
I hear you.
I wanted to see Dune. So, but it's got Patrick Stewart in it, the '80s one.
Okay.
Yeah. He's Gurney Halleck.
But anyway, it's good. The book's good too.
No, I definitely want to see it.
Yeah.
As soon as I heard they split into 2 movies, I felt like I felt a lot better.
Yeah, me too.
I'm trying to fit it
gives
in.
the story the respect that it's due. Anyway, we're way off track.
Did anybody? Yeah, we're way off track, but that's okay. We can be off track for a second. They also had a Sci-Fi Channel series.
Oh yeah, that one's really good too.
That was pretty good.
It's like a 5-part series of Dune. It's hard to find to be able to watch actually, because I've tried.
Yeah,
and I can't find it. So maybe somebody in chat knows.
And,
if you know where you can stream the Sci-Fi Channel Dune, that one's worth checking out too.
Yeah, definitely.
I can find it for you guys on bootleg DVDs here.
Just mail it over to us.
Yeah. Fear is the mind killer. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
When Sully walks back in, he will happily pay for 2 rooms in advance, one for his esteemed friends and then one for himself, and just spend the 2 gold to do that.
Oh, okay. All right.
I thought it was going to be for your cat.
He'll buy 3 rooms, one for Marty, one for himself.
Were they really letting Marty in?
No, they're not letting Marty into the inn.
They're not?
No.
We don't serve those kind here.
Sully will still pay for his friends, but he's taking his business elsewhere.
I mean, Sully doesn't dress like a noble or anything, right?
No.
Yeah. No. Because if you've got the money, you can get away with a lot of stuff. You just got to also have to look the part. You think Sully's capable of looking the part for?
No. Sully's not capable of looking the part at all.
All right.
So
in that case, the snooty proprietor declines your request to have your animal, stay inside the building.
I think Kelvin will intervene a little bit. I mean, he knows how to look the part. He certainly knows how to talk, but he doesn't. He might not be. He's dressed in like travel gear for the most part, but he certainly, you know what I mean. He feels comfortable in that environment. His family was well off, so he's gonna try to intervene.
All right. How much more coin are you willing to line this guy's pockets with to make sure that Marty can stay with Sully?
How's an 18 persuasion do you?
Oh, all right, okay.
So none more coin. If I have to, If I have to, but yeah, of course, if I have to.
He says, "Oh, you're one of Mr. Tam's friends, I see. Yes."
Yeah. I was just about to say he will definitely name drop.
Okay. Well, for Mr. Tam's friend, I'm sure we could make an exception, and his hand just falls open on the counter in front of you. Just 2 hands open in a nice peaceful gesture. Because I'm sure we could find something to do.
Sully's trying to see what he's holding in his hand above the counter, but he can't quite make it out.
Yeah, just extra gold's fine.
All right. He slips the gold into his pocket and gives you a room on the first floor, back in the back of the inn, for Sully and the mountain lion.
He puts the gold in his hand and like grabs his hand at the same time, and he's just like, "Send up an extra large box of kitty litter."
Sounds good.
That's great.
Awesome.
Gee, thanks, Kelvin. That was really nice of you to step in there.
Well, I don't like to see a halfling parted from his giant cat.
Well, Kelvin, you know I'm not a halfling, right?
Oh boy. Yeah, I know. A gnome parted from this giant cat.
Oh, I see. That was like one of those jokes where you're like Josh and the other person, right?
Yeah, it was a joke. I definitely did not get you confused with a halfling.
That was funny. That was funny. That was a good
That's
one.
a good one.
Thanks,
Good one.
Kelvin.
Mercenary humor. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. The next morning, Timmy Tan comes to pay you a visit. He says, well, there's not much going on right about now. I might have some more for you in a little bit. Best I can dig up right now is that the Harbingers are looking for some bodyguards. It seems that their activities are causing a scuffle every now and then.
Yeah, I don't think we can tie ourselves down to a gig like that, unfortunately.
Professionals and
Yeah.
standards.
I'm on that one. I'm with you on that one. I don't.
Says, well, stop by then on your way out.
As a free company, we can choose our jobs.
That's right.
We're not gonna choose this one.
Says, well, if you're headed back to Paul Watch sometime, I've got some work that you might be able to help me out with.
All right. Sure. Fair enough. I'll let you know.
Gotta take some stuff out to Granny Tan out there. Okay.
Yeah, so we probably ought to get going to Palem, huh? See if we can get a little info in Palem.
Absolutely.
Is there any other information you guys want to try to get before we head out?
Nope, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good too.
Okay.
So we can.
All right, we are about then. I need to know something we're about done for this time.
Okay.
I need to know something for next time, though. I'm going to switch this graphic over on roll 20. On your trip down to Palem, and so I can help plan for next session, you pass by an encampment of kine.
Oh yeah, we
They've
definitely
set up a giant couple of giant tents.
Yeah, we'll investigate that for sure.
Are we stopping there?
Yeah, we'll
okay.
Even I would say Eddie's initial reaction would be to at least go up and pretend like they're like maybe merchants and be like, "Hey, what do you guys have for sale?" Looking around and just be like, "Oh, you're doing," if they don't have stuff for sale, then okay, and just kind of take a look and see if I want some intel on it. So, yeah.
Yeah, everybody on board with that?
Sully is.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah.
It depends on if Jin would be, though. I think if Jin is like against it, I wouldn't want to put him in an awkward situation.
True.
All right, we'll have to ask Troy then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I think just kind of casually hang around and see if you can somehow drag up a conversation with somebody. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, on your travels down, again, more and more celebrators, pilgrims, and people on this road. It's very busy, more busy than you would have expected anything. But as you're traveling down, you see this large tent set up, probably about 3 miles out of Palem. Call it something like that. So close enough that it's closer to Palem than to Hopesod, but
Definitely in kind of the outer
Yes.
areas. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Would we consider this part of a town, or is this wilderness? Like,
This
so
is
anybody
more
can pitch a
wilderness-
tent
yeah,
right there?
This
and
is more.
stuff?
This is
Okay.
wilderness area.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Awesome. All right. We'll end it there for tonight, guys and girls, and anybody else who's watching. Glad that you're on with us, and hope it was fun for you tonight. It was good story stuff. Like, I try and I don't know. How do you guys think about story sessions like that?
Yeah. No, this is good. I feel like we got a lot more information in this session. Just trying to get. I feel like I've got more things that Eddie's curious about. That he
Right.
would definitely be curious about. Like, he doesn't get why you've got people coming at the same thing from 3 different angles. Like,
Yeah.
that doesn't make any sense to him. So, but
Yeah. I feel like throwing. I kind of might.
Sorry, dude. Go ahead.
No, you were breaking up for a second, so I stopped.
Oh, I was just saying I like it too because I know we what was that game we played to kind of build the world out?
Yeah.
Dawn of World.
Yep.
Even though we all participated in putting it together, when you actually like kind of spend time in it, it just it just like builds it out, gives it all a little more context, makes it more real, which helps with it just helps like the game environment and the story. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
My pacing, it tends to be like every third or fourth session is kind of a session of just story type stuff, just to keep things interesting and stuff. The last big campaign I played was Curse of Strahd, which is a big vampire campaign, Jared. But it was like that. Like, if you don't spend time doing some story stuff with Curse of Strahd, then nobody even cares why they're there.
Right. Precisely.
No,
So-
Ravenloft was alive and well back before
Yes, okay,
I
there you
left
go.
the-
So,
all the way back. Yeah.
So yeah, there's so much lore and everything to that, and sometimes I feel like I spent so much time reading all of this manual.
You felt like you had to
like
get it out?
I need to get it out there.
Yeah,
so we
yeah.
gotta do something
If
about
I
that.
invested this much time, you're going to invest this much time.
So-
I get that.
And then at the same time, what I'd like to explore more is just being able to do like story drops like that in encounters that might have combat and stuff too. So that's something that I'm working on as a DM.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do something really quick though that'll be fun. Are you watching on Twitch, Jared?
I can switch over. I am now. Yeah.
Watch this. This is gonna be fun. Let me bring this up.
I'm not going to
Yeah,
see
that's
it till
okay.
about 4 seconds after
Yeah,
you
it's
do
gonna be
it.
4 seconds after. That's okay. Nope, not that. Not that. Hurry and pull up. Are you bringing it up? Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. I can get rid of Cameron's head.
Your hat's too blue.
Where'd my brain go?
Exactly.
Just hold real still. Just hold still. You'll be a stained glass like motif.
Yeah, you can be part of the stained glass. All right, well, that's it, everybody. We'll leave you with that and with Cameron with half a head. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Check us out on YouTube to see past episodes, and make sure you follow and check us out here again next week. We'll be here next week, then same bat time, same bat channel. So,
Cool.
Hey, thanks.
Good to see you,
guys.
Jared.
all right.
Yeah,
see you
good
guys
to see you.
later.
See ya.